Hello everyone, it's your girl Fiona, and for today's video, I will be talking about the different kinds of work available for international students. So, working while studying in Canada can help you prepare for your career, gain exposure to the Canadian workplace, or even save extra money for your tuition fees, or just create connections with your community and the people in it. And as an international student, there are certain works that we can do while here in Canada, and some of them will require a specific work permit. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So the first one that I will be talking about is the on-campus work. For this one, you don't need a work permit as an international student. Your study permit will give you the permission to work unlimited hours through the on-campus program, as long as you are enrolled in a full-time studies. So you may ask, what are considered on-campus work? The employment within the boundaries of your campus is considered on-campus work. It can be operated or even affiliated with your school. So your employer for this can be the university, the college, the student body organization, or a private contractor or company that is operating in the boundaries of your school. Even those facilities na hindi kasama sa boundaries ng schools, as long as it's affiliated with that school, then that is considered as on-campus. How many hours can you work on campus? So IRCC does not limit your working hours on campus. So if you are working with a school or any company that is affiliated with that school, it's considered on campus. So you can work full-time or unlimited hours with that. Next one is the off-campus. So again, for this one, you don't need a work permit in order for you to work off-campus or outside the facilities or the boundaries of your school, as long as you are a study permit holder and studying full-time. So what is off-campus work? So this is the opposite of on-campus work, and you work outside the facilities of your school. So you can work to any fast food chains, any companies outside. It will also indicate in your student permit if you can work off-campus. And please take note that before you start any work here in Canada, you have to make sure that you start your classes first. So for example, your class is on September and you came here around August. You cannot work until September, which is the start of your class. So that would be illegal. So how many hours can you work off campus? So unfortunately for this, you can only work off campus for 20 hours per week and full-time during breaks. So breaks can be summer, winter, spring break, or maybe reading week. It depends on the break of your program, but you can work full-time on those times. And you may ask, Fiona, what if I try to work on campus and off campus? Well, the answer is, if your study permit gives you the permission to work on campus and off campus, and you meet the criteria for a full-time student, then you can work on and off campus. So the next one is the co-op placements or internship. For this one, you will need a work permit, specifically a co-op work permit. It will indicate in your LOA or letter of acceptance if co-op or internship is integral in finishing your program. The co-op work permit will allow you to work full-time during your regular academic terms. So co-op or internship can be paid or unpaid depending on what you can find or what the school will recommend to you. For your co-op work permit will be the same as your study permit. Kung yung study permit mo is 1 year, then your co-op work permit will be 1 year as well. This can only be used for the work required in your program. Now again, you may ask, but Fiona, what if I am working off campus and I need to do my co-op? Can I do both? Can I work off campus at the same time, work full-time on my co-op? Well, the answer is yes. You can work off campus for 20 hours per week and at the same time do your co-op or your internship full-time during your regular academic years. So the next one is volunteering. So this is unpaid and it is not integral or part of your study. Di ka naman nare-require ng school mag-volunteer, but you can also volunteer to your community if you share the same values or same passion, or if you just wanted to immerse yourself in the community, or if you wanted to immerse yourself or gain some experience in some certain events, then you can do volunteering. So for example, for me, when I was still studying, as an international student, I did a couple of volunteering jobs. What we chose is the Kashmir Fashion Show, which is showcasing the different designers here in Canada. I also did some volunteering in Louis Blanche. So it is an art event in Toronto where they would put a lot of art installations at night and a lot of activities in different parts of Ontario. And that helped me gain a bit of confidence when it comes to talking to people in Toronto and just experience what it's like to volunteer or to just be part of something big. And it's just a lot of fun doing it instead of just sitting at the classes. So try to do that. So the next one is working after graduation. This is the so-called postgraduate work permit or PGWP. You can only get the PGWP if you are a full-time student, if you studied in a designated learning institution that provides PGWP. So most of the schools that offers PGWP or work permit after graduation is public schools, but there are some private schools that gives PGWP with specific programs. So you can check out again the Canada website for the DLI list. So this PGWP will allow you to remain in Canada after graduation and to work full-time from 8 months to 3 years. It depends on your program of studies. If you only studied for 8 months, then your PGWP will only be 8 months. If you studied for 1 year, then it would be 1 year. If you studied for 2 years, then it would be 3 years. But if you also studied for 1 year and another 1 year equals 2 years, then you will get 3 years PGWP. But only again for public schools or some private schools. Having a PGWP or postgraduate work permit is like an open work permit. You don't need a job offer in order for you to get this permit. You can work anywhere in Canada in any occupation, even if it's unrelated to your program of studies. And last but not the least, let's not forget about your common law and your spouse. So if you are an international student studying full-time and have a valid study permit, then your common law and your spouse can apply for open work permit. They can apply for this before and after they arrive in Canada. And usually the length for this is the same as the length of your study permit. Your spouse or your partner does not need to have a job offer in order to get this work permit as long as you are on study permit. Most of the times they process the student permit and the open work permit together. But what some people do is they apply the spouse or the partner to be a visitor visa here in Canada and then apply for the open work permit once they arrive here. So that's another thing that you can do. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've learned from this video. And if you do, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you on the next one. Bye!